Welcome to the weekly highlight show for the Meiji Yasuda J1 100-Year Vision League. Gamba Osaka defeated Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr to win the AFC Champions League 2, and in doing so have drawn more eyes throughout the world to the quality of Japan's domestic league. The special season has now reached match week 17, but who would remain on course for the title ahead of the final weekend? Before the weekend action, a quick look at two matches carried over from match week 12 that were played last Wednesday. Both sides lacked the finishing touch in the East clash between Machida Zelvia and Tokyo Verdy, and the game went to a penalty shootout after ending 0-0. In the shootout, every Zelvia taker converted successfully, while Verdy missed twice to give Zelvia 2 points for victory on penalties. Meanwhile, Vissel Kobe was sitting in second in the West and needed a win against Kyoto Sanga to stay in the title race. They had to wait until the 78th minute for the breakthrough, when Boniface and Duca found the net for what proved to be the winning goal, clinching a huge 3 points for Vissel. These are all the fixtures for match week 17. Just the 9 matches this weekend, with Gamba Osaka away for that AFC Champions League 2 final. We start in the East, where the battle for first place is now effectively down to Kashima Antlers and FC Tokyo. The latter stood in second position, ahead of their away trip to Urawa Reds. The visitors could not afford to lose if they wanted to keep their title hopes alive. Sei Muroya tried to force the issue as early as the 2nd minute. Reds went into the game on a 4-match winning streak and went close in the 25th minute when Kaito Yasui's long-range attempt narrowly missed the target. FC Tokyo had a golden chance 10 minutes later when a short corner routine was eventually worked to Hayato Inamura. But his header struck the post and stayed out. Into the second half, and the away side continued to search in vain for an opener. With 20 minutes remaining, the fullback Kento Hashimoto tried his luck. And in the 88th minute, the defensive midfielder Kento Hashimoto had a go too. But neither of the namesakes were able to find the net, and the match ended scoreless after 90 minutes. This, of course, meant penalties. The shootout developed into an utterly gripping affair and extended on to the 13th taker for each side, but it was ultimately FC Tokyo who claimed victory. They keep their title hopes alive for one more day at least, ahead of first place Kashima Antlers' game on Sunday. Antlers could, however, guarantee themselves top spot in the East with a game to spare, just as long as they could win away to Jeff United Chiba. But it was Jeff who had the first good chance in the 7th minute, when the ball was laid back for Zane Saka. His shot was kept out by the goalkeeper Tomoki Hayakawa, who has been named in the Japan squad for this summer's World Cup. Antlers survived that scare and had a chance of their own 4 minutes later, when Yuma Suzuki's cross found Leo Seara at the far post. The Brazilian was through on goal again in the 22nd minute, only for his attempted lob to be well kept out by Jose Suarez. Antlers kept going and finally got their rewards 2 minutes from the break. Suzuki pressed to steal the ball high up the pitch and exchanged a series of passes with Ryotaro Araki. A first goal of the season for Araki put Antlers on course to seal first place. Jeff's hopes of a fight back were dealt a blow just after the hour mark. Carlinhos Jr. receiving his 2nd yellow card for the foul, and the home side were down to 10 men. Antlers finally made their man advantage count with a few minutes remaining. Shu Moroka saw his first attempt saved, but he tucked away the rebound to give his side a crucial second goal. The match ended 2-0, and an ultimately comfortable win away from home secures first place in the East for Kashima Antlers, ahead of the final weekend. Machida Zelvia were in third place in the East, as they headed for an away match against Kawasaki Frontale. And it was Zelvia who took the lead in the 40th minute, after a free kick from deep sent in by Hokuto Shimoda. Tete Yengi heading home for his third goal of the season, 1-0 to Zelvia at half-time. Frontale trailed until deep into the second half, but got their chance at the end. A shot by Reon Yamahara struck the arm of Yuta Nakayama, and after an on-field review, a penalty kick was awarded. Yasuto Wakizaka converted from the spot, and Frontale were level at 1-1. This meant more penalties after the final whistle to decide a winner. Kawasaki Frontale's success from 12 yards continued as they claimed victory after 6 kicks apiece. Machida Zelvia suffering defeat for the first time in 4 matches. Next up, a quick look at 4 more games from across the weekend. Our focus turns now to the battle for top spot in the West. Nagoya Grampus had taken first place after 3 wins on the bounce, but faced a tough away game against Cerezo Osaka. Grampus needed a win to retain control of the race for first, but it was Cerezo who struck first after 12 minutes. Shunta Tanaka netting for the 3rd consecutive match to give the home side an early lead. Cerezo continued to push forward and doubled their advantage 10 minutes later. Yumeki Yokoyama running onto the through ball and executing a composed finish to make it 2-0. Yokoyama had his 2nd of the game on 39 minutes, when this cross ran all the way through to him at the far post. A 3-goal lead for Cerezo. Hardly the situation that Grampus had expected, but they did pull one back quickly to make the half-time score 3-1. A sustained attack from a corner kick, eventually leading to the goal for Yudai Kimura. but Cerezo continued their goal-scoring momentum into the second half. Thiago Andrade making it goals in back-to-back matches, with this cool finish in the 54th minute. The score remained 4-1 until late in the match, when Solomon Sakuragawa showed off his trademark physicality to turn his man and make it 5. And just 2 minutes later, Sakuragawa was on hand again, finishing off on the counter to make it a quick-fire brace for him. A convincing 6-1 win for Cerezo Osaka, and a sudden heavy blow for Nagoya Grampus' title chances. Vissel Kobe began the weekend in second place in the West, but tied on points with Grampus ahead of an away game at V-Varen Nagasaki. It was the home side V-Varen who opened the scoring, from a quick attack in the 21st minute. Matheus Jesus bursting behind and sending in the cross for Hotaru Yamaguchi. A goal for the midfielder against the club he played for until 2 seasons ago. A less than ideal start for Vissel, but they were level again just 6 minutes later, when this cross from the right found Yoshinori Mito. His downward header brought the score back to 1 apiece. And just 5 minutes after that, Vissel had turned the game around. A long throw-in eventually led to the away side's second goal, via the head of Matheus Tuller. But V-Varen hit back themselves just before half-time. Eduardo smashing the ball home after the corner kick to make the scores level again, 2-2 at the interval. The second half was quieter, but Vissel had a golden chance to win it in time added on. Then Komatsu tried to direct his header, but it grazed the crossbar on its way over. Penalties would have to decide the outcome. The V-Varen Nagasaki goalkeeper Masaaki Goto saved an incredible 3 penalties in the shootout to give the home side victory. Vissel Kobe would at least pick up 1 vital point in defeat. Here are all the results from match week 17. A penalty shootout loss for Urawa Reds brought an end to their 4-game winning streak. But Kashiwa Reysol made it back-to-back 1-0 wins, with their victory away to Yokohama F Marinos. Next, the standings, starting with the East, where Kashima Antlers have already secured first place with a match still to play. FC Tokyo looks set for second place, with Machida Zelvia guaranteed at least third. The situation is not yet clear in the West, where Vissel Kobe reclaimed top spot, but Nagoya Grampus lurk just a point behind in second. Their battle will go down to the final weekend. That's all for this week. From me, Ben Mabley, and the rest of the team, thank you for watching, and join us again for highlights from that crucial final round. Bye for now.